My kicker tonight is addressed to every young Kenyan above the age of 18, and particularly the Gen Z. Here is my message. Get out on Monday and get registered as voters. The IEBC has just announced that the continuous registration of voters will resume on Monday, the 29th of this month. This is a very important window for every Kenyan of age that is yet to put their names in the list of voters. To the Gen Z specifically, this is your opportunity to acquire the most powerful weapon in the whole democratic universe, a voter's card. Alongside the national identity and maybe the Kenyan passport, a voter's card constitutes the most consequential possession of any citizen. A voter's card is the one true equalizer. It has exactly the same value for each citizen, regardless their status in society. A voter's card carries the same weighty value in the hands of a poor man as it does on the laps of the wealthy. An 18-year-old and an 89-year-old are equals when it comes to the voter's card. The president and the peasant become peers when holding their respective voter's cards. So, to the Gen Z, especially they that so proudly carried Kenyan flags at the peaceful beginning of their protests on the 18th of June last year, here comes your moment. If you are 18 and above, and you are a Gen Z, don't let this moment pass. A voter's card is the most lethal peacetime weapon any civilian can possess in a democracy or even an aspiring democracy like Kenya. Let me tell you a little story. On election day in December 2002, I was on duty as a reporter covering the opening of polls in Nairobi's Eastlands. I was in Kayole at 5 a.m. when the polling stations were opening. And I remember the queue that stretched for more than a kilometer that early. The air was pregnant with expectation, and the mood in polling stations was almost festive. I believe the reason was Kenya was having its first ever mandatory transfer of power election. President Daniel Arap Moi, who had ruled Kenya for 24 years, was not eligible to run,